So why are bulldogs so expensive?
Okay, with English Bulldogs, you have to do an artificial, 9 times out of 10, you have to do an artificial insemination. So most of the time you have to take them to a vet to do that. You do have some breeders that do it on their own, but they do have to be artificially inseminated. There's 2 reasons for that. One is if a bulldog tries to mate with another bulldog, the male can be larger than the female, and it can actually hurt the female by trying to do it naturally. So the female could be injured. And the other reason is males don't always know how to aim very well. So it's best and easier just to have them artificially inseminated. So then on top of that, we have to have C-sections for the bulldogs. The bulldogs, some have been able to have a litter on their own, but you take the risk of having a large puppy in there or a water puppy, or something goes wrong and they can't deliver them all on their own, or they might not even be able to get the first one out on their own. And so we just always schedule a C-section, and that gets kind of expensive, but that's just the safest way to do it for our dogs. And so the English Bulldogs really need to have a C-section done to have their puppies. And then when they have their puppies, we have to stay with them and monitor them when they're nursing, because the mom, they're kind of clumsy. Not all of them, but most of them are kind of clumsy, and they don't know that there's a puppy underneath of them and nursing, and then they'll roll up on top of the puppies. The whole litter can be right there nursing, and they might hear a noise or something, or someone walks in the room, and they'll just roll up on top of them and think that they're protecting them as they're laying on top of them, but they'll suffocate them. They try to move them, and the bulldogs' mouths aren't made for picking up the puppies, and so if they try to move a puppy, they could actually injure the puppy. Mine have actually tried to pick them up by their head, and I stop them. They go to grab them, and they'll grab any part of them, because they can't just grab them by the back of the neck like other dogs can do and carry them around. The bulldogs can't do that. So to protect the puppies from getting hurt, we have to take the puppies away from mom when she's not nursing. And then when they are nursing, I sit there with them the whole time that they are nursing and make sure everybody's okay, and that everybody's got a tit in their mouth, and that they're actually sucking and doing okay. So I monitor them the whole time that they're nursing. So every 2 hours I have to get up and feed puppies and put the puppies on the mom, and then I take them off and I put them back to bed, and mom goes in her area and the puppies go in a separate area, and then I have to set my alarm, and 2 hours later I get back up and we take care of them again, and that goes on until they get weaned. Sometimes it does go 3 and 4 hours, and about 4 weeks old, 3.5 to 4 weeks old, when they start getting teeth, we can start weaning them, but they still get mom even though we're starting to wean them. We take once a day to start weaning them, and then the rest of the time it's still on mom, and then the next day it might be twice a day they get different food, and then they still get mom. So up until about 6-7 weeks, they're still getting mom at least once a day. And even sometimes when they're 8 weeks old, we'll still let them have mom once a day. The other part of that is that the puppies don't retain their own body temperature till they're about 6 weeks old. So we have to make sure that they stay warm, and we have to keep heating up, warming pads. I don't like using a heating pad on them, because the heating pad can get hot spots, and it can have an electrical problem, and you might be sleeping and something might go wrong with the heating pad. So I actually buy the warmers and I heat them up, and some of them you have to heat up frequently, so we have to do that as well in between taking care of them. So if my eyes look like they're tired right now, it's because I am, because I have a litter of puppies right now. But we definitely have to spend a lot of time raising these little guys and giving them lots of love and attention, and that's why an English Bulldog is so expensive.